put on and everything else. I mean, we weren't really sitting there with all the trucks ready and waiting to go, you know. So it took a couple hours for that, and then they probably plowed for a good 6 or 7 hours solid, so.
No breakdowns?
Unbelievably not.
That's good. Success.
Yeah. I don't know much of anything other than that, unless you guys need me to check something. Don't do anything. Alright.
Now you get ready to do it again probably tomorrow night.
Think so?
I don't know. Sounds like the same setup, Kevin. Can't pre-treat, bunch of rain coming in, supposed to turn over to snow. So
Supposed to rain 50 degrees and then all of a sudden the ball's gonna drop.
yeah, that's what they're saying. Same setup as we had. Won't know till it gets here.
Well,
Have fun, huh?
Don't get excited on the balance, there's lots of outstanding bills.
What happened?
I said, don't get all excited on that balance, cause there's a lot of outstanding bills.
I was going to ask you on delinquent taxes. I had a couple people call me. Do we normally send out a letter to people in advance or before the notice is in the newspaper on the delinquent taxes?
There'll be a letter come out 15 days prior to the,
Tax sale?
yes.
Okay, then sent out to the people. Is that what it is? Because some people have called me. I guess that in the past they received a letter prior to the notice that was in the newspaper. I didn't know if that was the case or not.
Nothing was stated to me about doing that,
Okay.
but I have a lot of learning to go on, but nothing was stated to me, but I do know that will be a letter sent out 15 days prior to the, sale.
Okay. When is the date of the sale?
March the 8th,
March 8th.
1 o'clock,
Sounds good. How about the mobile home sale?
same day.
Same day.
Because there was 127 mobile home and 831 real estate.
Okay. So roughly about 1,000 total.
Yes, and I hope they pay because otherwise we have to send them out certified, which is $6.80 a piece for the certified letters that we have to send out.
Okay.
That will be a lot of postage.
Yeah.
A lot of postage.
Of course, that's added to their fees and fines.
Yes, but then you have to wait till you get reimbursed back. And the postage going up January 27th to 55 cents a letter.
Postage is going up. I don't know.
55 cents. Yep. Oh, I am going to Springfield tomorrow. And there is some type of form that y'all have in here I'm supposed to fill out, is that correct?
Yeah, there's it's like a traveling form.
Okay.
I know Gary Ham uses it. You can check with him.
Okay.
See if he has it.
Alrighty.
Will you be gone for a couple of days?
Yes. Hope that don't snow in. And that's about all I have. Like I said, this balance looks good on paper, but there are a lot of outstanding bills. We're gonna pay, several from the sheriff's department, and then we've got for just general, for the annex and for here. this
We're gonna get his
courthouse.
food bills paid, right?
Well, if yes, they will be as soon as, Christina's off today, so she's not released the checks. But there is, Big John, Save a Lot, US Foods, and, Performance Foods, yes. The most up to December. Ones for January will not be included in that because there were some other things that had to be paid. Brian Tremblay called and wanted his money, so that kind of put a zig into the zag as to what was gonna get paid. That was an additional money that wasn't expected to come out. But, anything else? Y'all have a great day.
See you later.
See ya.
What'd y'all do? Well, I monitored the radar Saturday evening over here. I went over to the sheriff's office. I was off from over there, but from over there. So that way I can monitor the calls and see, stuff was coming in. I mean, there was a few minor wrecks, but it was over like, what, 5 or 6 hours, Chris?
The Snowmageddon 19.
What now?
The Snowmageddon 19.
Okay. Looks like we got the better part of the deal. Yes, Carbondale and Marion got hit. 57 was shut down, what, 6, 8 hours, something like that, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess we got lucky again.
Till the next time. Did you guys by chance have an opportunity to look over those SOPs? So we get those in effect.
I did, but I didn't, when we supposed to fill something out too?
Yeah.
I
The
forgot.
original copy here. You guys okay with them? Didn't see any red flags, something like that?
I looked over, I didn't see no issues with it.
Gerald?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Alright.
I'll bring you mine tomorrow sometime.
Well, I got the original here, the one that Patrick signed. Alright, so vice chair, who's the vice chair this year?
Be Gerald.
Okay, and you're the board chair, so you'll sign date, and the vice chair will sign date, and then Brian will sign and date.
What about
and then
driveways?
They will
Actually,
be,
I did my two.
I'll just record at the clerk's office, county clerk's office, you just be on file.
Yeah, the women's shelter, that was it.
You did my driveway 1 year, I guess that was, we had 2 weeks old. First time I shoveled it, I was like, I ain't doing this again.
Not again. What snow did blow, come in, and the wind blew it all off the ice.
You wanna kinda update what this is so Michelle can report it?
Okay, basically what this is we're taking and, putting our standard operating procedures into effect, which meaning, basically rules and regulations for the emergency management agency. So we can, have a set of protocols what we go off of from a day-to-day basis about our responses, our personnel, anything that pertains to reprimanding someone that's on our agency. It's pretty much what it will go into effect, and also our internet usage and equipment wise, so nobody's going and looking at things they shouldn't look at.
Yeah, Will was getting it. So that Will was
Oh,
getting it.
wait,
Oh, that's crazy.
just a second. Phil,
Yeah.
sign for vice chair.
It's even like, went to Carbondale early that morning, and the wind on the interstate was like blowing my car all the way all the road.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I'm surprised we didn't have any trees with the ground being saturated, uprooted or anything.
I said 286 in Ballard was only passed by 4x4s because they had so much snow drifts.
Mm.
We ended up having what, 2, 3 wrecks?
And nothing major. There's actually about 3 or 4 that were just slide offs in the front.
Yeah.
I think after you went home.
Yeah. canceled our hand class, but the instructors were
Right.
coming down from Michigan, so they didn't wanna drive over to all that. Like, y'all from Michigan, y'all should be used to this.
It should be. There was some kind of paper. We were supposed to fill out with our phone numbers and stuff on it.
Yeah, I get it.
I forgot. that.
Oh, but that one, okay.
That's one thing. I'll bring it to you tomorrow or something.
Alright, so move on to the IT part of it. Alright, so the one I gave you, it looks, it says what's my name on the top upper left-hand corner. The security devices, so we have two Comcast access points, cable modems that are within this courthouse. There's one down in the assessor's office, and there's one in the clerk's office, county clerk's office. What we need to be putting in place there, it's where it says the Sonic Wall TZ500, that is a security appliance. That is a firewall and a router combination that protects from outside threats. So like Russia trying to hack, like that, and along those lines, it protects our network. Since we have two totally separate networks and access points through Comcast, they both need to be secured. So that basically is just routing functions, and then also protects. It's commercial grade. Also, what that does offer is if somebody wants to, it's called VPN, private network. They basically connect from the outside in to access any of the resources that are on the local servers, printers, whatever. They could do that as well. That's one of the other added benefits. Also, it sends notifications out to me if something shows odd. We have an outside attack trying to go on. Now, anything that seems to be off, it will let me know. The second device is a Sonic Wall. It's an Inact wireless access point, commercial grade, that will allow for wireless access to the network devices. So if somebody has a laptop and they need to connect to a like local server or whatever, instead of having to be hardwired to the network, they'll have access to the internet and access the server resources that are on the local network as well. That's one quote there. That's not the courthouse annex yet. Any questions? Anything I might not go into detail on? The total for that with the state contract discount pricing is $2,530.43. That is what pricing is. What this will also, with that appliance, that will also prepare for, I know you've heard like Google Fiber, they offer like gigabit internet, or Comcast, the future wave of what internet speeds are going to be. That's what we'll be able to support it. Supporting in the future. So this device should last for a pretty good while. And it also has the support if I have to send it off to get repaired, or they can send me a replacement and I can send it back to back to the factory. They can be repaired. That will get us to where we need to be at. If you want to go forward with it, it's great. If not, we can't just go like to Best Buy or Walmart and get a consumer grade, because they're not developed and designed for the commercial usage like what we use it here. I know a lot of businesses, you will go to Walmart or Best Buy and get your wireless routers and call it quits. That's for your home. You don't run off what we run as network traffic as we have here as you do at your home. And security wise, we can also offer guest Wi-Fi if we wanted to, for anybody coming to the courthouse. They want to access. Be total separate than what our normal, what we already function off of, but we could also offer that somebody could connect to, like a guest one, like you do when you go to Quiznos or whatever. That's something else we could do.
It's part of this program.
Yes, yeah, we can offer that. The courthouse annex. The one the other page gave you the one grand total of $729.40. That has it's an open framed rack. And what that means is it's basically just bare bones metal. It'll be sitting down there in the basement, and it also have the triplet power strip, the shelving, the universal fixed shelving has vents built into it. We would mount that on the rack and put the cable modems on there, and then also we would move over a lot of the switches that are there, that are sitting down. We'd put those on the rack. And then I have a patch panel, which is on the page 2. It's the bottom, the triplet 24 point rack mount. patch panel. What we would do with that is it'd be right above the switches, and we'd have these little jumper cables going up to it, and then it would go over back into where it already feeds into the outlets to go upstairs. They'd all be combined together. One big stringless patch of just wires going across. Get rid of the mess. Now, the big servers that are there, some of those we may be able to go and mount, put on the rack and a shelf. The rest of them we can move up top there, and we just have them all labeled out what goes to what. All the wires will be labeled. It would make it look more seamless, a lot easier to troubleshoot. Because a rat's nest like that would take forever to get done. I did include the power strip to go on there, so we didn't have to run extension cords galore for back and forth to make it help make it a little bit seamless. Any questions on that?
No, I mean, I think we really need to do both of them. Joe wanted to put on the agenda for next week. So that's what we'll do. I mean, this first one you talked about is for security, courthouse, and all the offices.
Yes. Now, that does not include the courthouse annex.
Yeah.
The courthouse annex, like with the circuit clerk's office, I know they run a lot of software through the, dealing with our criminal and civil courts. Well, I would really have to get hold of their vendors before we put anything in place over there.
I think they have something there, but you could
Yeah,
check.
they
this
have,
out.
I noticed they have a, routers, they have, look like a VPN router already there in place. So that, I really don't wanna touch nothing.
Yeah.
That ain't broke on that part.
Right. And then this here is to get all this stuff off the floor and get it organized in the
Yes.
annex building. So I think there are two things that probably need to try to move forward with.
When I do the courthouse annex, I would like to have permission to go ahead and do it. I'll do it after hours when everything's shut down, and just work down there so I don't interfere with anybody's day-to-day operations. But that is that. I know also Haley, I know she got a grant through the electoral board or something like that. We can, from what I understood, the way the grant read, they do offer like a lump, like it usually comes in lump sum. If I know, trying to get their security up in their office, their path-based stuff that the grant could cover for security, and also upgrades on their workstations and stuff to bring it more modernized. If the grant, if she wanted to do that, I know we was talking about that the other day, so that's something to look at. I know we're meeting the 24th with doing some cyber threat awareness, something like that, to go over all that.
What, this Thursday?
I think that's just Thursday, yeah. Okay. So, but that is all that I have. Something that's you? Brian, did you get my folder? Okay. These things.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Did y'all survive the snow? Major accidents? Too many. That's good. Some of it worse up north. I-57 was pretty rough.
My son said he was stuck up there for 6 hours the other night.
It shut her down, didn't it?
He was one of them stuck.
Sunday, me and the wife went to bed, took us 3 hours to get up there.
Did it?
Right there where 24 and 57 come together, both two at the bottom.
It was, yeah.
Down to one lane, and you had 4 lanes going into one.
We went to
15 mile line.
We went to Carbondale Sunday, and it took us, I say from that point to get to Carbondale about 50 minutes. I wish I went the other way. So,
Now coming back, 70 mile line.
Was it still ice and snow on the roads, or just everybody?
Well, that one lane was
Just one
It
lane.
looked like they cleaned off the outside lane and showed all on the inside.
I was surprised how bad it still looked.
I know.
But it looked a lot better.
They had the trucks out there. Just couldn't do anything.
She had about 60,000 in the account. She's gonna pay some bills.
I asked her about your food bills. She said
That's
that Christina was out today, but we want to have the checks written as soon as possible.
Anything about that check for the car?
I forgot to ask, I said something to Jason, since you left us, I forgot to ask her about the car. I'll go down there, I'll turn and ask her if you'd like.
Boys riding with somebody else right now, so it's kind of defeating the purpose of it. Food was the main thing.
You know, full. Sure. And that meeting though, at safety, we had a meeting with the presidents. Yeah. I watched it on video.
Yeah, everything we do.
Usually most of the same characters. You don't make any more arrests and burglaries.
Chet's, there's two, now we got more fires popped up in Joplin, I think we know who that is.
A lot of issues in Joplin lately.
A lot of young kids too, I think that's part of it.
Ted, one time, it's been 2 or 3 years ago, could we not buy a police car from Linwood for like $23,000?
You can buy a brand new Charger or truck right at $23,000 to $24,000.
Do you think that would be the way to go next time? If we have the money?
Yeah, cause the used ones that we're paying 13, 14, 15 for, you're gonna get 3 years out of it, and new, you're gonna get 7.
I think maybe something to get to, you know.
She said she has no idea, but she will do some searching today, and she will call you. She was, when is it needed? That's 2 weeks ago. So,
It'll take at least a week, get the car, get it back, get all the equipment in it, so every day we wait for it, just run behind.
that's what I told her.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ted.
Let me know if you-
Good one.
Need a, guess a motion, made to accept the resolution, the tax sale certificate to purchase of 140127 and 150024. As written here.
I'll make that motion.
Okay.